Hello, and thank you so much for joining me here at the Paul Wisdom Project. So this video is for people who ask the question, what does that what how long does the average chef last generally last? That's a really good question, and it's a question that a lot of chefs actually don't know the answers to, and so I'm gonna help you try and answer that question. So generally speaking, generally speaking, the average chef lasts anywhere from 30 to about 40 years in the industry. That's what I'll say. 30 to 40 years is generally how long the average chef lasts in the chef world. Now you're asking me, Paul, why is that? Why? The answer to that is because once you reach a certain point in this industry where you feel like you know it all and you feel like you've learned everything that you need to learn, there comes a point where you say that, I've learned everything, you know, I don't need any more teaching. And I can just and I don't think that and my passion and your passion is gonna change for sure. Definitely when you reach a certain point, your passion for cooking is definitely gonna change. It'll definitely be a lot different from when you started out, You might decide you'll probably decide that, now I've been doing this for so long, I don't see any changes within the industry, so I think it's time for me to go. Um, Now, I just wanted to mention, is this a bad thing? No, not really, because I mean, to each his own. Everybody can choose what they decide to do. And the other thing to keep in mind is that everyone's different, right? Everyone's passion for cooking is very different. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's not necessarily the fact that they don't want to cook anymore. Sometimes it's just the fact that they've reached a certain point that it's just like there's no changes taking place within the industry. So what more do I need to bring to the table? Okay. So that's generally the answer to that question. That How long does the average chef last? Generally 30 to 40 years. The other thing to keep in mind too is people retire at a certain point, and so once they retire, they figure that being a chef is a lot of work, and so after all this work is done, I feel like working. I don't feel like working anymore because it's just taking a toll on it's taking a toll on me now. So. Yeah, that's generally the answer, 30 to 40 years. Yeah, so thank you again for joining me here on the Paul Wisdom Project. If you have any questions for me, you can actually reach me at on my email, paul.wisdom_03 at hotmail.com. Or you can even, if you want to really, really talk and really get to know me a little bit more, you can actually send me a message, 647-406-3057. Thank you so much for joining me. Okay.